Welcome back. Okay, so today it is Sunday. I just got home from band rehearsal, which went very well. And we're gonna do some stuff on the truck today. And I am at 3 o'clock-ish bringing my motorcycle out to my sister's house where I can store it for the winter. So that's going to be happening today, and we're going to be doing some stuff on the truck, wiring, probably put starter in it, and some other stuff. I've noticed that a lot of my videos have been super long. Like last week's video was an hour and a half long. And I think I'm going to start splitting them up to certain projects and slimming them down. So like I'll do a starter video, and then I'll do some wiring and what, you know, I mean, I'll catch most of it on video, but I'm going to slim them way down and do individual videos. I feel that that'll be better instead of watching one big long video. That's brutal. Hour and a half, that's like going to the movies. So that's what we're going to do today. So thank you for coming back. If you're a subscriber, if you like the videos, hit the like. If you don't, hit the unlike. I'm not one to beg for subscriptions or nothing like that. If you want to see some cool stuff and you want to learn some stuff and see the way, well, I wouldn't say learn, but see the way that I do stuff, then stick around. Maybe tell a friend or two. If not, well, oh well. You know, that's my deal. You know, I try and help out, and you know, I don't know, it makes me feel better, I guess. Whatever. But once again, thank you for coming back if you're a subscriber, and we'll get out and make some videos. Okay, so I'm just going over where we left off last week with the wiring, with the harness, and I was going to relocate the battery into the bed of the truck, but then I was actually watching, I was on Sloppy Mechanics page, Matt Happel, down in Pennsylvania, and this is what I'm basing this truck off of. He's got you should check him out. It's sloppymechanics.com. He's got a wiki page with tons and tons of information. He has slowed down with his video making as of late, because he had a child, which is congratulations for him. That's great. I mean, that's great news. You know, he made a baby, which is awesome. So he's got responsibilities, and he's got a life. He's got a full-time job. You know, cut the guy some slack. He's a good guy, and nobody wants to see him, you know, stop making videos. You know what I mean? So he makes them when he can, and they're great. I mean, he's the inspiration of me building this truck. He's got on his playlist a Don't BS Me build, and it's his recommendations of all the parts that you should buy if you want to make a 500 horsepower vehicle. And he tells you exactly what to buy. Tells you what turbocharger, what cam, what, you know, fuel injectors to use. And that's his list, his key list to make 500 horsepower. And that's easy, per se. You know, it's good to have a goal, and the goal here is 500 horsepower. And if you do what he says, you'll get there. You'll do it. I promise you, you will. And then you go into stage 2 of it, and then you can get more. You get 500, 600, 700 horsepower, you know. But yeah, he's the inspiration of this. So I was on his page, and I was he has what Matt calls his doppelganger, which is a identical truck to his, but it's got a 6-liter instead of a 4.8. And I was looking in that guy's engine compartment, and he put his ECM right here. So I was like, man, it fits perfect. You know, I'm gonna have to clean up, do some taping, and clean up, and then the fuse box is right here. So a lot of this stuff I can just tie right into my stock fuse box, and then your harness to go into the truck with all the gauges and OBD and all that stuff is right down here too, and over there. So I could tie in, I can get most of the gauges and stuff to work off Class 2 serial data, which is amazing, because I am going to be using, this is a PO1 computer, but I'm going to be using the P59, so I'll be able to go 2 or 3 bar. I'm not sure. I have to look at it, but I go 3. I think it's 3 bar real-time tuning with flex fuel, which is awesome. That's what I want to go, is E85. So I was looking at that truck, and he ran his ECM there. So that's where I'm going to put mine. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to copy the guy. Let's get over it together. And so I'm just going to start cleaning this stuff up today. I'm going to zip tie this all up and make it all nice and neat. And we're going to start putting in relays and harnesses and stuff here. So like I said, I'm going to try and keep these videos to a reasonable amount, 15-20 minutes, maybe half hour tops. But I'm going to pause you guys, and I'm going to do some stuff, and then I'll video it, and we'll talk about it. Alright, so not really too worried about this stuff right here right now. I'm more concentrating on, this is for my trans, speed sensor for the trans. So that's going to be just left out for now, because that's going to go back. This is air conditioning stuff for the AC, which I'm eventually going to put back in this car, because I want air conditioning. This coolant temp sensor, I'm going to have to shorten up. We'll get that done today. But right now I'm just concentrating on this part here. I'm going to zip tie this all up and get it neat, and try and keep it away from the exhaust manifold down there, which is far, it's plenty far away, and it's got heat wrap on it and the heat shield I put back on as well. So this should be, it should be good. So I'm gonna, first things first, I'm gonna put one zip tie right here. If it'll fit. This is big, it's a big squid right there. Okay, here's one. Look at that, it's already starting to look nice. Got my flat edge Nipex. Yeah, expensive. I'm an idiot when it comes to tools. Okay, this is my alternator wiring, so we could put you just like that. Here. There you go. Alright. When you zip tie them down, man, it's not as big as it looks. You know? It's pretty fat right here, because that's where, you know, harness goes that way, harness goes this way, but it's not too bad there. So one right here. We got plenty of them, so we got plenty of zip ties. You know, cheap. Ties are cheap. Harbor Freight, I think you could buy bags of 100 for short money. Another project. free. Free is always good, right? Free is always good. Cam sensor wiring. Go. I am going to have to get a 3-terminal oil pressure sending unit so I can data log oil pressure. Because right now, the one that's in there, that's why I didn't put in, it's only single wire. So we're going to want the 3-terminal one. Alright, so that looks good. Alright. Alright. I have to get my, we're going to shorten this up so it's only about that long instead of that long. Look at this, it's ridiculous. Yeah, way too long. That's because when it was in the original harness, it went over the woods and, you know, over the hills and through the woods to grandmama's house. It was like all intertwined with that. Came back, went like this, came over the top of the intake, and then came down through the coil harness or injector harness and came down here. So, yeah, look at all that extra wire. GM could have just came right off the toque right here and went boop and saved, you know, 2.5, 3 feet of wire. How many millions of dollars would that save them every year? Well, anyway, all right, I'm gonna pause you up. Okay, so I got that all wire tied up. Now, what I'm gonna try to do in the next hurdle, I gotta get keyed power. I gotta get power on. So I'm probably gonna have to run over to Advanced or one of those places and buy some universal top terminals so I can put cable, tighten them down, and put them here, you know. But what I'm looking for is last weekend I seen the bracket. What I'm gonna use here, I need the bracket that goes off the side of the accessories bracket here to hold this jump start union here. Normally on a Silverado it's mounted here. Well, I have this old harness out of one of the swaps I did and what I want to do, it's perfect here. It'll work absolutely perfect for me because from here down is all correct to go to the starter. With this mounted here, I can cut this and it goes right to the battery, right there, which is perfect length. This goes right to the alternator, which is perfect length. And I could come off of here or here to go to my main fuse, which is right here. It's only a little jumper. So I can come off of here or come off of here. Either way, more than likely it's going to come off of here because it's got a bolt location and it's very easy to deal with. So I'm looking for that bracket. I had it in my hand last weekend when we were out here videoing. I just got to find it. So that's what I'm going to do. Be right back with you. Okay, so we're in the car. We're on our way over to Advanced Auto Parts. I need to get 2 universal battery terminals. So we gotta go get those. And I've been looking for the past half hour, 45 minutes for that damn bracket that goes on the side of the accessories to hold the battery cable, positive battery cable jump start location. I had it last weekend. I had it in my hand. I said, ooh, it's going to be a tight fit. I might not be able to use it. And I know for a fact that I put it down somewhere. I wouldn't have thrown it away. So I can't find it. I have no idea where I put it. And you've seen my garage, so it's like a needle in a haystack in that place. Fortunately, there's a guy at work doing an engine job, and they sent them over a complete motor. So I think that bracket actually might be on that motor, the one that's going back to the junkyard. So hopefully there is one there. If not, then I'm gonna have to make one. It's as simple as that, or find the one that I misplaced. So, alright, talk to you in a minute. Okay, so shot over to Advanced. Got 2 of these. And of course it's like 2:30, so I gotta go pretty soon to go to drop my bike off, which is actually a good thing. Kind of want to be in 2 places at once, you know. But that's the way it is. Sometimes it's just the way it is. You really shouldn't do this, but I am going to do it. That's the way I knock them down to get them flush. Just use a socket and a hammer. Some people say don't do that because you'll break the terminal, but I don't know, 29 years doing this, I've never broke a terminal in my life. Maybe because I'm not, you know, hitting it with all my might. You know? See, the negative's a little smaller than the positive one. They do that on purpose. But those are going to work out good. You'll come right off and go down. Cut this. This is going to go like somewhere around here. And that can go right there. And that's going to be badass, man. I don't want to cut this right away, though, until I get my bracket. Or find it. It's going to have to go like here somewhere. Or here. I probably can cut this like, just give myself a bunch of extra room. Cut it like here. And that way I have plenty of room to put it wherever I want it. So, okay. Let me pause you for a minute. I'll get this cut, we'll strip it, and we'll get it attached. Alright, so I'm gonna tighten this terminal down here. Let me get a wrench. Okay, I think those are 12 millimeter. Alright, yeah. Alright, so 12 millimeter here. Don't have to be crazy tight. You know what I mean? It's lead with lead. It doesn't have to be, you know, 150 foot-pounds of torque. You just need it snug, you know? And then what I do is I back that off till they're flush with the back side here. That'll give you plenty of room to do what you have to do, you know? Then I'm gonna strip this back. So about an inch, or a little bit less than an inch. You know? There's no way that can work. Be careful if you're using a knife like this. Be super careful. I have a belt sander style knife sharpener, and when I say it's razor sharp, it's razor sharp. Maybe I'll make a video about that stuff, you know, how to sharpen your knife, because believe it or not, a lot of people don't know how to sharpen a knife. You could use a stone with oil, or a carbide bit draw through. I have one of those too. I used for years, and it worked awesome, you know. but the new belt sander, it's from a company called Work Sharp. Maybe I'll do a tool review on that. It works awesome. I mean, unbelievably good. All right, so we need to come off of here and go to here. Let's put this away before I lose a digit. Okay. Now, like I was saying, you have my 100 amp fuse. Got your 100 amp fuse to power the whole car, believe it or not. So we need to come off of here and go to here. So that's the way the factory one was. So I'm gonna use the remnants from the cable because this is way too long, you know, for this application. This came out of a Silverado. Took the loom off there, and it was a side post, so it wouldn't have worked for me anyway. But we're gonna use this part of it to go down to our 100 amp here. Actually, hold on. Let me look at my Colorado one. Here's the factory Colorado power and ground. The ground I'm definitely going to use because it's all singled out. This I couldn't use. Well, I could have used, but it's really bad. So, and here's our two leads here that went down to that. Now I'm gonna open up this harness and I'm gonna oh, I know, one went to the alternator. I just don't know what side went to the alternator. Okay, I'm gonna pause you for a minute so I can take this apart. Okay, so what I can tell is that this went down to the alternator on the Colorado, the Canyon 4-cylinder. The alternator was down low. So, and these are keyed. You can see these terminals keyed. So they are actually, this is before the fuse. Before the fuse. So, that's before the fuse. Right, that's before the fuse. This one was after the fuse. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. I see what they did. This 100 amp fuse goes to the back of the alternator. They're fusing the alternator is what they're doing. And the car. Yeah. So we're gonna run that a little different. We're just gonna go right with the Silverado stuff. We're gonna go with the way the Silverado was, because that's the harness that's in here is a Silverado. So that's the way we're doing it. This goes to the alternator. Oh, sorry. This goes to the alternator. That goes to here. Blood test. This comes off of here and goes to here. Let me just tighten this up. I might be able to use that for powers for my it'd be 100 amp fused powers for my relays for the fan and for whatever. But okay, so let's do that. Give me this guy. I like the look of this guy. So this is a 10 millimeter here. That guy there. For a moment. This goes to the back of the alternator. There. There, that goes there. This. Oh, got a runaway. Got a runaway socket. Let me get it. Okay, and then this is gonna come up here. Okay, boys, I gotta go. It's 3 o'clock. I gotta take a ride out. Sorry if I'm making everybody nauseous here. I had to take my bike out this summer, so I'll try and catch some video on a bike. Sound like a plan? All right, I'll be back with you in a little bit. All right, so I am back. The bike is successfully delivered and put in storage for the winter. So now we're picking up where we left off. So we're doing the battery terminals. That's going down to the train. I better get rid of my glasses before they get ruined here. All right, so this goes to here, 100 amp fuse, maxi fuse. That's going to power up the underhood fuse box here. And we're gonna cut this one here and put it under here, along with the battery, with the fat positive. This guy. So let's make that happen. Let me pause you, and I'll actually, no, I don't have to pause you. I can just do that right now. Alright, so let's just try and make these kind of uniform. I think that'll be pretty good length right there. I'm thinking right here. There. Oh, that's all on here. We'll get that later. Strip this back. There we go. That's perfect. Alright. Let's look a little professional here. Let's get some wire loom. What do you think? Might as well, right? Try and make it look a little professional. Alright. We got this. I should have put this on beforehand. You know what? We'll go like this. I'm going to feed it on there. Look at that. Looks professional. Alright. Put these two. Okay, let me get my gun. Okay. There we go. Here's one. Alright, we're not going to hook up the ground as of yet. This is going to come up here like this. Be somewhere around here. That's going to be awesome. But I kind of want to... I got to redo that because that's... I want it the other way. I know I'm splitting hairs here, but I want this one on the outside. Put this one in first. There we go. There we go. There. That's a lot nicer. That's gonna go like that. That looks good. All right. Let's tighten up these two 10s here. What do you say? We tighten up those two 10s. Get this guy here. That's good and tight. See if I can get on this one. That's good and tight. Tighten this fuse down. There we go. And there we go. We got the positive done. Put the boot on the back of the alternator. There. Look at that. Looks good. Okay. Alright, there's that part of it. Let me pause you guys and then we'll pick something else off the list to get done. Alright. Well, seeing that we're here in the front of the motor, I think we're gonna put the dry belt on. I got a nice new used one. Let's see if it's gonna fit. This goes here. This goes here. This goes around here. Goes on there. Okay, so they're all lined up on all the pulleys we need to be. Put this on the tensioner. There we go. And we got our dry belt on. There's that part of it. Pretty soon I'll have to start working on getting some of the stuff moved around the garage so I can pull it in and get it in the garage so I can work tonight. Yeah. So, alright. Let's get that ground wire hooked up next. I'm going to pause you for a second.